Hello everybody, welcome to another rapid speedrun game against Abo Milad, rated 1800. Let's see how this 1800 handles the King's Gambit. So many different options. Okay, he goes with the knight development. Let us develop our knight, control h4, the usual. We've seen this many times where they refuse to take. It's it's a position. We're going to go d3 just to defend this pawn if he does decide to take, get some quick development in. He develops his bishop, pins the knight. Maybe he wants to add some pressure. No problem. Um, we're going to pose the question to the bishop, see if he wants to actually trade or not. Otherwise, why'd you put your bishop here? So he might, wow, he actually goes back. Super awkward, but we don't mind. So our turn again. We're happy about that. We could just continue development. There's also potential taking or pushing. Pushing is a thing, but I'm just going to develop a piece towards the center and stay simple. He does the same thing. Fine. You could just develop a piece, but this f pawn is in the way of our bishop and the rook once we're castled. So I'm going to push in a bishop's opening style to gain more space, restrict his bishop. The move you have to watch out for when you push f5 is d5. So he moves his knight to the side, trying to take advantage of the dark square holes that we put in, but I don't think this is correct, as I think it's going to get trapped. So if we just go here and invite him to come here, we move our rook, he takes our bishop, which is inside our pawn chain, and he's accomplished nothing, and we've just got free pawn storm. So that's an option. If we hit the queen, f6, bishop h4, also possible. And if bishop g5 and, I think I said h6, but I meant g5. If he goes to bishop e7, I mean, it's possible, but I'm going to just go for this line. He's more than welcome to take this bishop, right? He moved his knight 1, 2, 3, 4 times for a bishop that's moved 0 times. So he decides against it and goes back, which is hilarious. We could kick it and say, no, 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 you go back here. I kind of like that. We're just gaining space for free. I know we're not developing, but these are free. And it's not like he's making progress by going back and forth. So now that we did that, you could cement it in with h4, but we don't have to. Okay, so his knight wants to come here, which we said we don't care about. You could just develop your bishop. I think I'll just develop a piece towards the center. Now we have three very nice pieces. He has two awkward pieces and one good piece. Okay, so he goes to this square, which I thought he was going to the other square. So this doesn't have any threats and is super awkward because if we just take it, now his pawn is behind enemy lines and there's no way he's going to be able to defend that pawn. So I'm just going to take this knight off the board and simple queen d2. He can't defend this and we prepare long castle. Not looking good for him. He goes here, but h4 is ready in the pocket, as well as queen takes defends the pawn a second time. So let's just take the pawn. We're up a pawn now. We're ready to castle. We're ready to go h4, h5. If he castles, he's going to get mated. So he should go the other way. So he plays h6. What's the threat? Well, there's three attackers on this now. And if you push and he takes, you can't actually take with the pawn because your rook's hanging behind it. So it would make more sense to go rook g1 as a supporting unit, and the bishop defends this pawn. That's possible. What else do we have? If we take, we activate his rook. If we push, Kind of nice. You have to assume he might take. Take. Our queen's a little exposed. I kind of like rook over, but we also maybe have knight in the center. But he can intermezzo this, and it doesn't work. Okay, so let's go rook over, since we're castling the other way anyway. He takes before we can play h4. It is the right decision. Let's take back. Okay, so he hops his knight in. What's the threat? He's looking here, but we're going to castle that way anyway, right? Not a real threat. Let's do that. And he's not even close to castling. I mean, you could say he's close this way, but that's not a good move. So where he's not close to castling long, he's 1, 2, 3 moves away at least. And all of our pieces are kind of in the game. Our bishop's not yet, but that's okay, right? We have time to get it in. h4 is coming. Bishop h3 maybe. We'll see. So he goes here to stop our knight from coming in the center and also to develop his queen. Makes some sense. We're using a lot of time. A lot of time. So there is a move like h4, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do something different. I want to get this knight out of here and maybe push through the center like this. So you could retreat this knight or retreat this knight. What's the better move though? Maybe this guy so he's not under attack and the rook hits the pawn. I'm going to retreat my knight. Attack this and attack this. I'm always keeping an eye on making sure I don't blunder my queen, because that would be bad. One of the many reasons king b1 is an extremely good move. Also, after queen a5, it defends the pawn. But right now his knight's loose and hanging, because we're attacking it. He defends it, but gives up this square. This is not correct. So now we don't need to take it and open up his c file for him if we don't want. We still could. But there's a pawn hanging here and the knight move here. Which one's stronger? I mean, I'm already up a pawn. I'd rather do an active forward move than be greedy. So I'm going to jump here, queen a5, king over, and his bishop, I mean, unless he goes back, is toast. So let's go here. That way, if we also take here and he takes back, it doesn't come with tempo at any point. Oh god, that's ugly. So he retreats the bishop and protects the pawn, but, I mean, this is not worth 3 points, I'll tell you that much. So now we can probably try to push through the center if we take his knight, because the knight's attacking this with the bishop. So if you push, it's loose. But if we take, push, we're pushing right through to his king. That can't be good for him at all. Let's do that. And this also attacks this pawn, oddly enough. Wasn't the point, but the point is his king's in the middle, and I'm pushing through the middle. So he does this, gives his bishop, I see. Very sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. But undefends these squares simultaneously, so check. He goes forward. That's got to be terrible for him, just as for starters. And then we can even go back. Yeah, let's go back. Can he sack his queen? If we go here, he gets a knight. We get a queen. He goes here. So he gets a knight. We get a queen. We throw in a check. He moves. Actually, we can go rook g5 there and not lose the queen and just lose the rook instead. So I'm going to throw the check in because we have the rook g5 move to save our queen. He has to go up. Now this is a check. He can't go back. He has to take my knight. So do we have a mate, actually? Wait a second. So here, this gotta be mate somewhere. We automatically have this winning his rook and getting out of the alliance. Okay, I mean, I'm doing this. But what I was saying before is you could just move your knight back, let him go back, and then just move your king, and he can't castle. So it's just a super useful inclusion. But this just wins the game, I'm pretty sure. He takes the knight. I mean, there's this. He goes here. And f6 doesn't work, so it's not really a good move. But there was this move. And where does his king go? Forward again? No. No. Okay, so forget the rook. How do we mate this guy? Okay, so we're covering the dark. If only we had our bishop availability. Oh my god, this bishop's ruining our mate. Do we have one turn to just go like bishop e2? Threatening rook over, or bishop g4? So bishop e2. If we did have another turn, that is not even mate. He can go here. So here, if we had another turn, this also not mate. Huh. We could just take the rook. And his king's terrible, because I'm running out of time. How's there no mate, though? I think I'm just... because my bishop's not developed yet. It's so annoying. And if I develop it this way, I don't know what he does. What does he do? Let's say he does queen f6 or... I mean, I'm not going to take the rook. I'm going to move the bishop. I don't care. I'm going to hunt the king. Forget the material. But which one? I can't tell which is better because I'm in panic mode. I'm not calculating. I'm just, my eyes are open, but I'm not actually going down any lines, which is really bad. Which one's better? I don't know. I'll pick this one so it doesn't block the rook. So there's no king g5. Okay, he gives a check, which defends his rook. We wanted to go king b1 anyway. Not sure what this changes as far as his king being mated, though. If anything, he just took away an escape square, because I was worried he can shuffle around it, like, depending on my checks. Now he can't. Now there's no shuffling to the right, and there's no going back. So now, maybe we have an easier mate. Here, here. Check. Here. If he goes here, that would be very helpful, because then we have a checkmate. Because I want to check him with the queen, but I can't, because I need the queen to cover the dark diagonal. So if he covers the f6 square for me, that's the escape square that I need my queen here to cover. So my king's totally safe, right? Obviously. His king, I mean, you can't do this with this type of activity, obviously. So, okay, he moves his king, but it can't actually go anywhere. So it's an awkward move. I think he wants to encourage the check in that, but we're not forced to do that, are we? Nope. We can actually x-ray it. And if he hits us, I mean, is this even bad? Here. Okay, I'm going to throw it because I'm out a minute. So let's not just throw the game. If he goes here, I mean, you have a funny queen check because the pawn's pinned, but then he can go to the left. So I'm thinking of throwing in a rook check just as extra activity. I mean, that's a whole line for us. And okay, he can go back, but this is suspicious. I mean, we have this, which works. Let's start with that. He can't block. He has to move again. And this pawn supports the rook. So wait, did we have the rook check? I guess we had the rook check. I'm not sure which one's better because I'm not calculating lines. I'm just looking for moves. Because I'm about to flag. I mean, materialize, he's only up 1 point, right? But this has to end with his king getting mated. Okay, so let's go here. Like we said, this threatens mate in 1. If we ever take this and he takes with the bishop, I don't like that. Okay, he defends the mate. This also threatens mate in 1. Do we have better? I don't even know how he defends against that. So let's go here, threaten the rook and mate. The rook, which is mate in 1, and he can't go here. If he goes here, he still takes the rook. Maybe he sacks something because I have 30 seconds. So does that work? Can I just... Oh wait, I actually can't even go here. If I give this check and he goes back, then I can give the creepy crawly check. And if he goes back, maybe I just take here. Where was my queen? Oh, yeah, okay. So let's go here. Okay. Let's take this. Now material's even, but clearly who has the better position? White. And not better, I mean, entirely crushing. He can't go here. This is coming with devastating effect. Also this, actually, with just as much effect. So let's throw in a check. I have no time to calculate which is better. My dasher's on the way. If he blocks, we just give him a different check. Everything's hanging. Okay, this has to end. Okay, I'll just do this check. He can't take because of checkmate. He goes there. This has to be checkmate now. Wow, okay. I knew there had to be mate. Whatever. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that little box. And the king ended up on its home square as if it never moved. That is insane. What a beautiful construction. Holy. Not moved. Not moved. Whew. That was close. Please tell me I didn't blunder. Oh, that would ruin the video. I like this video. I don't want to delete it. Come on, graph. Show up. Please tell me I didn't blunder. Okay, so let's go through the game while Stockfish analyzes. King's Gambit. Development, center, and prophylaxis. Okay, so we do have inaccuracies, a bunch of them, but we don't care about inaccuracies, remember? We care about mistakes that collapse our position and blunders. So we have 2 mistakes, but if you look at the graph, right, it was just dominant from white the entire time. We probably have a mistake here, which is just a missed advantage, +2 to +1. Probably, I don't know, somewhere else, a little bit of a dip of advantage, but the game was overall fine. So we get to keep the video, hurrah. So development, center, and okay, you could play bishop c4. It's a move. But you also have to be ready for him to then take your pawn and potentially hold on to it with g5, which you could do. We've have games like that. But I chose to go d3. It's a very simple way to play these structures when they don't accept the King's Gambit. So now improve our position for free. Development and center. Now this again, you don't have to make a move like this because it wastes time. It is on one of the top engine lists. G4 and F5 are considered best along with Bishop E3. It's not for free, so you could choose against it. But okay, it does gain space, start a kingside pawn storm, restrict the bishop. It's a move. Improving a piece for free, improving our position for free, gaining space for free. Gaining space for free, white's already better. Development and center. Free stuff because after this we get to develop for free. It's funny it says this is a mistake, which is crazy. They want d4 because you probably can not only open your bishop, but your center's so dominant, and because you have this pawn mass, you could just keep pushing once your bishop's here and kind of steamroll him like I tried to do later in the game. Fine. I focused more on the pawn than on the most dominant center. Also playable. Free stuff and development. Here is my second mistake of the game. It's still +1, so it's not none of these are mistakes that collapse your position. The engine says they have better lines, so their better line would be G takes H. Now he takes with the rook. I thought there's no reason to give his rook activity, but move by move the engine doesn't care. Now it says you can go rook G1, but like, come on. So I just go rook G1. Development and defense, right? Still +1. So no more mistakes from here on, only inaccuracies. And visually, white's position is beautiful. He takes, force move. He jumps in, castling, king safety, development, and forced. +1.4. So it was a pretty decent overall game and ideas. I didn't do anything too wrong or too crazy. And now we did this to flush out the knight and create a threat. So it's for free. So it may look weird, oops, but it is for free. Engine says best move is just king b1 and followed by knight e2, the other move I considered to flush out his knight. So they like my knight active here, but I also didn't like the fact he could take it any moment. It looked a bit weird, and I wanted this guy as an extra kingside defender, so that's why I ultimately chose him in addition to the threat it creates. So all of that. He goes here, which I thought was a bad move, giving up the center. And it is. So improving our piece for free, because if we take this bishop, that would be really taking away his bishop pair is a strategic, desirable thing. He goes back, which is super ugly, and now it says we're winning from here on out. So you can see how easily it gets wrong for black. So even though we don't play the best engine lines because we're not an engine, we're playing good enough moves to put black in this position where he's kind of making bad moves, right? He made one terrible strategic move, another terrible strategic move. He's not blundering material, but his position is getting worse and worse. So now we take free stuff. Why is it free? Because A, double isolated pawns, strategic win. And B, we can push through like we did in the game. And it's for free. So we're breaking through the center for free. His only move to not be just like +3 and worse is queen a5. Trying to hit the knight and trying to hit the pawn. And then things get complicated because we have to go bishop g2. Maybe he goes for the pawn, but it's just a lone queen on an adventure. It's not going to end well when we're corralling his king. Another strategic mistake giving us this square. Improving a piece for free. His best move was actually to take the knight with the queen at +6 for us. So we're already +6. So I mean, I definitely had inaccuracies, but the train of thought was there. It followed all of our criteria, and we still end up with a totally winning position. So you got to look at it like that. He goes back, and the best move by a smidgen is e takes d, not the check. So we get free stuff for free. He takes. And now free stuff for free, +9. So when he goes forward, yeah, you don't take the rook. If right now it's +10. If we take the rook, it goes all the way down to +3.5 because he goes queen f6, and then we queen trade, and we're just up material, but his king survives. So that's why I don't go for material when I see a king like this. I go for the king. Ah, man, bishop g2 was the right move. I wasn't really calculating. I was just kind of picking one, and I picked the wrong one. I mean, it's not wrong. It's still +7, but it's not +9. So we just develop for free obvious ideas in mind of harassing his king. He gives us a check, force move. He goes here, it's +11, so it's not like he's escaping. Okay, improve a piece for free, improve a piece for free, improve a piece for free, improve a piece for free because of mate, improve a piece for free because of mate, improve a piece for free, improve a piece for free, mate in 7, free stuff for free, improve a piece for free, mate in 3, free stuff for free, free stuff for free, improve a piece for free, free stuff for free. So the whole end was just free because we utilized checks, the power of the rule of the checks. And that's just how you steamroll your opponent. And look at us, perfect pawn cover, beautiful king. Excellent, really cool game. And a lot of those moves were made with super low time, and I was kind of panicking. And it still turned out well, so I'm going to take this game. I really like the checkmate and harassing the king. Hopefully this was fun and you learned something. Submit your rapid games in my Discord or comment below. Good luck and goodbye.